When what you would watch in any other football game.
I really love the weather, and then both sides are so impressive. Very impressive game. I'm so happy just hearing our producers. You know, that is a very good weather. You know.
Throw in to Faith Ladies. It is the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. This is a match that needs to produce a winner. Jonina with a clearance. Zanira Abdul. And Jonina would need to tread cautiously since the ball is in their own half. Agnes Azasi. She has gotten these beautiful dancing feet that makes things very easier for her. You might be marking her, but that could only be for a temporary moment. Throw in Faith Ladies, and Faith are hoping to have that fluidity in the passage of play, something that they have been unable to do since the game commenced in the last 25 minutes. Another nearly howler from Annabelle Bansa. And Annabelle needs to be very much proactive. She's one of the most experienced goalkeepers. You need to communicate with your player. You can't communicate with the opponent, but for your player, you need to have communicated.
I think the yellow card that she got some minutes past is really affecting her psychological play for now, because you could see that she was very careful getting the ball out of the in of her post. But I'm so happy we have a lot of secondary school or SHS students here supporting the ladies. I rather see more men or more boys than the ladies. Where are our ladies? What really happened? You know, there are more gentlemen in the seat, in the stands, more than the ladies.
And just for the purpose of emphasis, it is worth noting that this is the first appearance in the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup for both of these two teams. Jonina Ladies as well as Faith Ladies. They have never made it to the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. So you would say that this is the highest feat that they have so far attained in women's football since they qualified to the top tier. Jonina have managed to get the better side of Faith Ladies in the first game that they played, which was 2-1 during the league. And Faith Ladies ended up ensuring that they at least also redeemed themselves with a victory in the reverse encounter.
Janet Hatchman has really held the back. She's really defended so well, and then I'm not surprised she's the captain of the side.
And if you are wondering of which of these two teams has the best of forms prior to this game, so far as the league is concerned, then you will be tipping Jonina Ladies. They have fared so much well this season and proud to making it to the Women's FA Cup Grand Finale. In their last 5 games, they have managed to at least ensure that they win 3 of them and draw 2. So that means in the last 5 matches of Jonina Ladies, they have not tasted defeat. Could this be the defeat that they will taste? And if that should happen, that will be the worst and most painful of it all. They would have rather preferred to have lost in the league rather than losing in the grand finale. Jonina ladies, Jonina.
That is a
Jonina still with the ball right on the edge of the penalty area of Faith ladies.
It's very difficult to penetrate.
All the attempts of Jonina ladies have come right on the edge of the penalty area of Faith ladies. They are yet to infiltrate into the 18-yard box and perhaps be very clinical and potent up front that can give them a goal. But until then, Faith will still try their luck. Faith ladies. I'm so much optimistic that the coaches of these two teams would have a very, very stern word with them during the recess.
I'm really going to see a lot of changes in the second half. If not surprisingly, for Faith, you know, the attackers are really not pulling their weight, and then that is what is causing them. By now, I would not have been surprised if they had gotten a goal, you know, because they were getting a lot of the set pieces. The counter was helping them, but they are not able to make use of it.
So far, so good. 30 minutes. You would say that this meeting is perhaps for two teams who have respect for one another, who are yet to get the better side of each other. Joyce Atimbila, she sent it in. A very tantalizing
that was a very nice
there.
set piece.
Just how beautiful was this cross from Joyce, as she was hoping to have found the foot of Agnes Yeboah, which wasn't meant to be. Faith ladies, Matilda Damois, free kick.
It wasn't really intentional. When you look at how they crashed, she wasn't looking.
Faith ladies, Alamisi Atampaga is the one who is currently wailing in pains, as the referee has called on the paramedics to attend to her.
I just love the stature of Abigail up here, you know. Oh, okay, I'm seeing our ladies.
Have you ever heard of the saying, catch them young?
It's yes, that is what we need to do.
You need to catch them young at the stage. You need to ensure that their interest in women's football is really well resonated. They need to see how these girls who have chosen a different profession in life also make it very good.
I know sometimes some of them really have the talent, but then if they don't get closer to the game, if you are not able to inculcate the interest. So bringing them to the stadium, like such matches like this, we will really be catching them young. That is what it means, you know.
I was quite young actually. I was actually quite young into the web of football.
Yes.
And since then, the interest has been nothing short of an exciting journey. Jonina ladies. Jonina, Agnes Yeboah ended up with that faulty pass that found the feet of a Faith ladies player rather instead of her teammate. Beauty Abena Julius to Sandra Adobia. And Fed ladies, since the game began, have managed to at least string about 3 passes together. That is something they have failed to do.
I think we now seen the best of Jonina since we started. You know, they have individual brilliant players, and we seen it just from the 30 minutes onwards. You could see that it's really coming out.
Free kick. Free kick to Faith ladies. A foul there on Sandra Adobia and Faith ladies a free kick. A free kick that they need to have the faith that they would convert it beautifully this time around. 35 minutes on the clock. 10 minutes left to end the opening period. Zanira Abdul with a shot, and goalkeeper Osman with a howler. Corner kick. Osman failed to grab it at a goal.
That was dangerous.
This could have been one of the most disappointing goals ever to concede as a goalkeeper. Corner kick. Matilda Damwa swings it in, and goalkeeper Osman makes amends. And this time around she does it.
She did well.
In a very good manner. Angela Asantua with that long pass, aiming to find her captain Eunice, who couldn't time her run to perfection, ended up finding herself in the offside track. So that means it's going to be an advantage going the way of Faith ladies.
If Jonina is able to get the first goal, that is going to be very tough for Faith to equalize, because as I said, attackers are really not pulling their weight. Getting the first win has been a challenge to them. That is one thing the coach has to look out for.
Faith ladies. Agata Anane.
No, that was a poor one.
Although she managed to get the better side of Abigail Bosu, she failed to come up with a very good finish. As we approach the 40th minute of the game, one of these sides are yet to undone each other.
This has been a very tough match, very tough match, because you could see that both sides, Faith ladies are having a tougher defensive side, whilst Jonina has a defensive and then powerful forward line.
Faith ladies. Good turn from Sandra Adubia, who loses out to Abigail Bosu. The grand finale of the Women's FA Cup live on Max TV. They have made it possible for football-loving fans across the globe, those who couldn't make it here to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium to witness it here, to also enjoy it in the comfort of their homes. Jonina ladies. And that beautiful piece of defending there from Beauty Abena Julius. She shielded it so much well to ensure that it didn't cause any form of chaos to her side. Faith still in possession. And Faith ladies have done a very beautiful passage of play right from their own end. Faith. Corner kick.
But I'm really surprised why Coach Raymond till now hasn't gotten any player to hold Agnes Yeboah down, because she has been a very dangerous player who has been doing all the crosses.
Corner kick taken by Faith Ladies. Faith! And it's not even on target. Agatha Anane should have done better. She was unmarked. She wasn't under any pressure. She had the luxury of time to control the ball. What she was left with was to come up with a very good finish. Annabelle Bansa, who is currently treading very cautiously, having picked a yellow card. Jonina Ladies.
Abigail Bosu.
Coach who isn't happy with the turn of events is already making some kind of substitution in the opening period. And that will see Abigail Bosu taking an early shower here because she's been substituted. She would be replaced by Lodina Osei. 40 minutes on the clock and it's still goalless. Looking at the substitution, you would say that their coach, Suleimana Amadou, is looking forward to do something different tactically.
Yes, because if he's not able to get a goal and then we enter into the second half, that will be a very tough side for them, because I think he really underrated those Faith Ladies. They've really held them down. That has been a very bad one for coach of the Jonina side.
4 minutes more to end the first period. Faith Ladies. Agatha Anani for Faith.
That is what I was talking about. There's no one really on Agnes Yeboah, you know, and this is a that can really.
Faith Ladies, but Jonina reclaim possession. Osman, the goalkeeper of Jonina, lifts the ball for her defender, Angela Asantewa. Jonina, Adasi, Agnes, and Faith once again have a very awful finish. 3 minutes more to end proceedings for the first period. The grand finale of the Women's FA Cup coming your way right here from the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Jonina Ladies. Free kick to Jonina. That tactical foul there on Jonina's. Missy Atampaga. And Jonina have finally managed to get a shot on target.
They did. I was surprised they've been able to enter.
Although they have managed to enjoy quite a lot of possession. Jonina with a beautiful run in. But she runs out.
Faith Ladies are really showstoppers. you know. That has really caused Jonina not to get a goal.
Jonina ladies with another shot, a low drive which wasn't on target, and she smiles.
I think she had a lot of time.
Yeboah smiles.
She had lots of time.
Next time, I need to at least take a look at keeper. That would help me to come up with a very informed decision of my strike.
I wouldn't.
For Jonina, she sends it in, but Francisca Asante clears for Faith. Jonina and Faith managed to have their own redemption. That was even only for some few moments. Agnes Yeboah once again, beautiful cut in, who is there to head it home.
That's a chance, you know.
It rattles the goalpost.
This was a very good one.
And that effort has been well appreciated by the fans. Beautiful cut in from Agnes Yeboah, and a wonderful and beautiful header there from Jonina's player.
I think their coordination, Agnes and then Antimila, really working for them. You know, that was a very brilliant header.
Jonina trying to make things quiet, different on the stroke of halftime here. Faith ladies, they give away possession once again, but Beauty Abena Julius rescues her side with that clearance. Faith ladies. Faith still in possession as they seek to get the first goal before the first half ends. A shot,
wow,
on target.
The game is so beautiful.
Sandra Adubia. How sublime was that effort? Osman had to come up with her A game. Osman rescues Jonina ladies. Another chance to get a shot on target, but this time around well defended by Jonina. And Faith have begun having the faith that they might win this game.
But I'm not surprised.
Agnes Yeboah, Agnes rounding through, wriggling her way, only to be stopped by Francisca Asante.
She is the showstopper, you know.
Of the 4 minutes of additional time that we've had in the opening period, we've played so far 2 of it. We are left with 2 for these 2 teams to have an opportunity of getting that advice from their technical teams.
The game is really interesting and so nice. As I said, there has been a very good growth. There has been an impact in the women's, football game. For the past 2 years, this is what I'm seeing, that women football has really gone to the higher level.
It's a shot on target.
Oh no!
The goalpost once again. Which of these sides will end up breaking the deadlock here? Angela Asantua
That was
with
a
that
very good
traveling
shot.
strike.
How can you miss this?
The woodwork came to the rescue of Faith Ladies. And Faith survived the scare once again.
Atimbila could have done much better. That was an advantage for you to get your first goal before the second half.
In the last few minutes, we have at least enjoyed an end-to-end action. Both teams been clinical in their football stadium, where both teams needed to come up in terms of their performance and ensure that they get a goal, because it's a grand finale that needs to produce a winner. This was the incursion that was made earlier by Jonina Ladies Agnes Siebwa, who has in the opening period been that force to reckon with. She has been the player the Faith needed to ensure that they double mark her. The howler there from Annabelle Bansa before Jonina had this chance again to have gotten a goal, but it was still not successful. Another effort here which came this time around from Jonina Ladies Joyce Atimbila after it was swung in, but it was later stopped by Francisca. Faith here in the 35th minute with the chance to have gotten a goal. Osman, after this howler, needed to make amends. A free kick which wasn't converted well and dealt with, of course, in a good manner by Osman. Looking at how things turned out, Jonina had to come to the party. They did with a strike which wasn't on target. And this is where Agnes Yabua once again, with this chance, sent in this beautiful cross which rattled the goal post. This was the opportunity for Jonina to have gotten the lead, but it wasn't meant to be for them. Faith also had this glaring chance which they were denied by Osman. Osman denied Sandra Adobia the chance to have put her side in the lead. Angela Asantua's effort once again was denied by the woodwork. So it ends here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium for the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. It's Faith Ladies 0, Jonina Ladies 0. So these are the stats that we recorded in the first 45 minutes of the game. In terms of ball possession, it was at par, 50% each. One shot on target for Jonina Ladies, two on target for Faith Ladies. Jonina did not get any corner, but Faith had as many as 5 corners. In terms of offside, it was 1 apiece. 8 fouls committed by Jonina as against 9 of Faith Ladies, and none of the sides had a red card. Only Faith Ladies recorded a yellow. It ends for the first half. Jonina Ladies 0, Faith Ladies 0.
5. Now, Esther Ajmanbedu, we just witnessed a thrilling game. Unfortunately, either side were not sharp enough in front of goal to score. What do you make of the first 45?
I think this is a classic. This is actually a match to watch. You know, they never disappointed. Both sides really pulled out a very good match. And then I'm surprised Jonina was not able to just put in a goal, because there were a lot of chances. You know, the last shot, that the header that came, I would say that it's actually a bad luck, you know, on the side of Atimbila. But then looking at both sides, Jonina was a very good side. But then Faith, defensive wise, really actually held them down, you know. And if the same strategy happens in the second half, I'm telling you, we are going to run into an extra time.
Abner Speed, we saw lots of chances. You would say that both teams have been wasteful in the first 45, but who do you think should have been in front? Looking at the number of chances created.
It's not about who do I see to be in front, but then, you know, defensively, Jonina has proven without reasonable doubt that they are on top of their game. And attacking their Fred ladies, when they surge forward, they are very dangerous with their incursions. And then the goalkeeper for Jonina she's a gem. She's very good. I wonder how Faith will be able to go past that keeper to get a goal this afternoon. So they've not been wasteful, but they all have their advantages, and they are using that. That is what they are standing on to make their points this afternoon.
Let me still stay with you from the Faith ladies' perspective. If you are a coach, Raymond Fenny, what are you telling the girls at halftime?
Actually, you know, Raymond is a calm coach. Raymond is a type of coach. He's an admirable coach. When the girls during the first half, I saw that when the girls were with the ball, he never spoke to the girls when they were with the ball, meaning that Raymond knows exactly what he's doing. Raymond knows what he wants, and he goes for it. So going into the second half, I think that he will psych his girls up to make ball, to shoot from afar. Because Jonina has a very strong defense, so maybe they would want to shoot from afar and cause them by surprise. That is what I see.
But what is Jonina's coach, that's Joseph, what's he telling the girls at halftime? We saw they've been great, they've been the better by at least, even if the smallest of margins. But what do you think he will be telling the girls at halftime, and how do you think they'll approach the second half?
I think, you know, the composition between Agnes Yabua and then Atimbila is really, really good. They've not really gotten the advantage that they have to get. But then I would say, if I was the Jonina coach, you know, they have a stronger forward side, and then the Faith has the defensive one. I think in the midfield they were superb. Abigail Apia was even telling us that, you know, if even I have my way, I would have loved to push her to Europe, because the stature, the height and everything, she's also strong at the middle, and then she's been able to do well. But I would say that if he's able to control or maybe caution his back line, because most of them are focusing to go and support the attackers to get a goal. And then when you do that, you can get being punished by those Faith ladies. I think the only advantage to them is that they don't have a good attackers as compared to them. You know, Jonina is much better than the Faith when you look at the attackers. But I don't think there should be any changes so far for the Jonina side. But with the Faith, I think they should be cautioned. They have the advantage. But when they get to the front, they are not able to, you know, compose really well, and then intentional what's the name?
The intentions
to get a goal is really not there.
Interesting.
You know, I think Joyce has really done well. Her shots towards a goal was a powerful one, but she didn't get it.
Quickly, we've seen the best. I would say that the best players from each side has been the two goalkeepers.
Yes.
You know, Bansa Annabelle of Faith Ladies, and then also Osman Huzeima, who is the goalkeeper for Jonina. But how crucial would it be in the second 45? And who do you think would decide this one? Because it looks like it boils down to how good your goalkeeper will be in such a final.
Both keepers are good, as you stated earlier. But for Jonina, one thing I become excited for is that they're able to make use of the flanks. So if Faith Ladies is not very cautious, there will be a surprise. They can surprise them by making use of the flanks, and they may get a goal. But then Faith Ladies also have a very good keeper, and the two keepers, as I can say, will make a difference in the second half, Josiah.
All right, so let me come back to you. Where is the game going to be won? You predicted a tiny margin. You predicted lots of goals. Your prediction wasn't going through, or it's not going through. But what should we expect from the second 45?
If there's not a goal in the second half, looking at both sides, I bet you we are going to run into extra time. And whichever team that gets the first goal, I think will carry the day.
So our time is up. We are still here live on Max TV. Starter is at the patch channel 247. It's the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup, and the second 45 is coming up shortly.
Welcome back once again to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. It's the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup live on Max TV. If you missed the first 45 minutes, worry not, you did not miss much, as none of the sides managed to get a goal. Do join me for the next 45 minutes as we all together decide who enter been crowned the winner. It's Faith Ladies up against Jonina Ladies. In the first half, although both sides had their own opportunities, they created their chances. They failed to find the back of the net. And this is where the second period begins, where both technical teams have had that privilege as mandated and in regulation with the FIFA rules. They've gotten the opportunity to have words with their various players. They have probed to them, taught them what to say and what not to say. The direction has been very precise. So it is Faith Ladies up against Jonina Ladies, and this time around in the second period, Faith Ladies, who are in blue, are playing from left to right, and Jonina Ladies, who are in right, are playing also from right to left. Jonina Ladies, captain does well in order to ensure that her side still holds on to possession. Agnes Yabua taking off from where she left in the first half. And that means that attempt, since it wasn't on target, will be a goal kick advantage going the way of Faith Ladies. And looking at that strike there from Joyce Atimbila, you would say that the idea was right, but the execution was poor. The grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. It's Faith Ladies playing against Jonina Ladies. We need to get a winner at the end of this last 45 minutes. Jonina are looking forward to at least maybe, just maybe, crown their first period. Looking at how good they have fared in this top tier of the Women's Premier League for the 2024-2025 season. They are looking forward to crown it with success. Faith Ladies. And this will be an easy one altogether for Osman, who would not find any difficulty at all. Another together. Agnes Azasi. Great run from Joyce Atimbila. Atimbila was hoping to find her captain Eunice, but Eunice loses out to Faith. Defense again. Faith on the ascendancy. It is either now or never. A winner needs to be produced. And don't forget, right after this game at 6 p.m. we will be having another grand finale. And this time around it will be the grand finale of the Women's Premier League, where we would have two, you would say, two of the biggest. They are big in their own way. And tonight will be a huge one altogether for a team like Police Ladies, who will be hoping to break the dominance of Ampem Dakwa Ladies so far as the Women's Premier League title contenders are concerned. Corner kick for Faith. Swiftly taken, but referee notices that another player of Faith Ladies needs to be attended to. It's 50 minutes on the clock. 50 minutes, and we are yet to see the player or the team that will get the breakthrough.
I haven't seen much of Faith, but so far Jonina is still stronger side from my perspective.
"51 minutes." Esther is tickling you. 51 minutes and it's still goalless. Free kick. Free kick to Faith Ladies. That surgeon ran there for Faith Ladies. Erica Obey. Sandra Adobia will do the honors of taking this free kick for her side. Don't forget that this coverage is brought to you by kind courtesy of IMAX Media, precisely Max TV Ghana, having telecasted women's football for the past seasons. They continue to bring you nothing but excellence in terms of coverage. A huge miscue there from Faith Ladies. Zanira Abdul. Throw in as we approach the 52nd minute.
Jonina, I think they should relax. It's actually a good one to have a win, but then if you are not relaxed and then more composed, it will be very difficult because you'll be playing a lot of jittery, passes, and that is not wanted at the stage in this match. I think they should relax, and then if the goal has to come, it will, because I really have, faith in them. I have faith in Jonina for getting the first goal.
You have faith in Jonina getting the first goal against Faith. Jonina, ladies, clear your lines, which couldn't be done in a good manner.
Osman really has to be careful. I don't know why she can't really hold on to the ball. To be very painful to lose this match, knowing that you are really the upper hand.
Agnes Yabua in the house. She sent it in right across the face of goal. No one to tap in, no one to send it home, and no one to convert and give Jonina the lead. A surging run from Agnes Yabua.
That is
way above the league of Beauty Abena Julius, only to end up without getting her teammate converting.
Atimbila, I thought I could have seen her at the left side. Sometimes you need to do more calculation than ever. This was an advantage for you to get a goal for your side. But I'll commend them. I'll commend Jonina. They are really doing well.
Agnes has been nothing short of excitement today in terms of excellence, and her performance, it has been top-notch. She has really done a lot up front for Jonina. What is left for her is to get her other striking partner to be on the same line with her, and with that they would be good to go with the next 40 minutes left.
The pair up front between Agnes and then Atimbila is working.
Sandra Dubia for Faith, ladies. Jonina reclaim, which was obviously a temporary one, as Faith would have it. Joyce Atimbila. How about that smile from this young fan who is loving everything that he sees here? He's so much absorbed in the game because it has indeed been very pulsating. Faith, they were hoping to get the ball away from their half. Another attempt, not on target.
That was a good one, ambitious.
Faith, ladies. Throw in going the way of Faith, ladies, a decision that has been so much protested by Jonina, ladies, who felt that advantage should have gone their way. We are almost at the hour mark, and yet we've not gotten a goal. Would you say that this is as a result of how both teams have been very technically and tactically disciplined, or perhaps they haven't been potent in terms of their execution up front?
Jonina should really relax, as I said earlier on. If they want to win this game, I think they should be relaxed, because I'm seeing some frustration setting in, and then when that comes in, it actually affects their psychological play. They should relax. I think that is what the coach needs to caution them about. It's really getting difficult for them.
And there you have Henrietta Addo applying the rule of if you miss the ball, you don't miss the man. Beautiful save from Annabelle Bansa.
This
A
is
very
an experience.
seasoned cross that was sent in from Jonina ladies player, and that obviously was Lodina Osei.
She didn't rush. She was so much composed.
It's the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. Don't forget the Faith ladies have been relegated, and this is their last dance in the top tier of women's football. Substitution, the second for the day, going the way of Jonina, and this will see their striker Eunice paving the way for Felicity Asante to come in and continue the job. A like-for-like substitution, all geared towards finding a very pleasant result at the end of the day for Jonina ladies.
Faith still hasn't done any changes yet, which is so surprising to me. I don't know whether they just want to defend and then they don't want any goals so far, because the forward line attackers are really not helping.
And Faith, whilst their coach holds on to his substitution. But before that, we have in your shots the man who has made the game of football for women a beautiful and attractive one for everybody to love it, and that is no other than the president of the Ghana Football Association, Kurt E.S. Okreku. And another title of his in recent times is that he is the second vice president of the Confederation of African Football. And Faith would clear their lines. Is the hour mark, and it's still goalless between Faith ladies and Jonina ladies. The grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. Bless Fodu. Matilda Bless Fodu to Agnes Azasi. Agnes finding the feet of Joyce Atimbila, who wriggles her way through, hoping to send it in. Of which she does. Adasi Agnes. She seemed to have waited way too much, and that paved the way for Faith ladies to clear their lines and ward off that danger.
They are getting all the set pieces. Jonina is getting all the set pieces, but then getting the goal is an issue here. You know, they really have to, you know, that's the danger. That's actually a beautiful game, very beautiful game.
Just when Matilda Damua thought she had seen the sides of goal, because she wasn't swift enough, the ball was stolen off her feet. The man of the moment, President Keti Ezokreku of the Ghana Football Association, together with an Executive Council member, Frederick Echampo. All of them are in attendance.
you know, Faith is actually not going forward to score, but then they wouldn't also allow you to get a goal, and that is so tough. And we are not, if we are not careful, there's going to be so much frustration on the side of, you know, Jonina. As I said, all their set pieces are really working for them, but they should use the flanks more. That is going to pave way, you know, in their 16-yard, Faith 16-yard for them to actually get a goal. Those are veterans footballers.
Handball going the way of Faith Ladies, and that means the advantage would be enjoyed by Jonina, who get a sight on goal. Handball appeals from Jonina Ladies. There were some handball appeals there, but the referee was so much swift enough to have said that she cited every incident and act in the penalty area very well, and as such, nothing of that sort happened.
I believe that if Jonina is not able to really carry the day, get the win, they are not going to forgive themselves, because they've gotten a lot of chances, and then when these chances come and you are not able to get a goal or pull a goal for your side, I don't know what you want your coach to do. You know, tactically they are doing well. I don't know why the goal is not coming.
Annabelle Bansa having a word with her players. She needs to get a formidable goal before this free kick is effected. But Beauty Abena Julius comes to the rescue of Faith Ladies. In the midst of the race, this game needs to produce a winner. Faith at least on their bench have the likes of Dorcas Autry together with Portia Nana Prempe and Esther Sapon, Falila to Abubakar. All of them are on the bench just awaiting the instruction of the coach as to when he needs them, so that they would also equally be on the field and ensure that their side gets the victory. But until then, those who have already started would have to continue in the quest of getting the goal. Faith Ladies, Zanira Abdul with a strike which wasn't on target.
I think when they are moving forward, Sandra Dubia, who is actually good with her foot when it comes to the shots, she'll be moving to support them in the front. Because if not that, then they will be wasting most of their chances, which won't be helpful to them. That's the first changes, you know.
And finally, Faith Ladies are introducing Portia Nana Prempe, one of the good players that you usually have in the side. Portia Nana Prempe has been with the team right from day one, and she has indeed been one of the best players of the teams. But looking at the turn of events this season, you would say that things weren't meant to be for Faith Ladies.
Let's just believe that she's coming in to give them a fateful surprise or a fateful miracle for the day. Portia Prempe.
Osman's effort ends up with Faith Ladies. The introduction of Portia Nana Prempe would mean that at least Faith would have some form of urgency and sharpness up front. Alamisi loses out, but Faith reclaimed Beauty Abena Julius to Francisca Asante. Francisca goes as far as where Zanira Abdul is, as Faith hope to glide through with these passes. Beauty Abena Julius. Faith at the helm of affairs so far in the last minute. Free kick to Faith Ladies. A challenge on Zanira Abdul means that Faith would have this chance to make it count up front. Despite the rains, despite the weather, these fans are here in their numbers to ensure that they give their maximum support to these girls. Don't forget, at 6 p.m. we have another action, and that is the grand finale of the Women's Premier League.
But I'm still surprised, even at the opposite side of the VIP, the stands, you know, the fans in that side are not even bothered, even whilst the rain is actually beating them. I thought maybe they would have moved. That is the love for the game, you know.
When you are devoted to a cause, obstacles can't hinder you. Free kick. 70 minutes on the clock. And that means that we are left with 20 minutes. 20 minutes for both sides to seek redemption and end up at the better side of the game. Come rain or shine, one of these teams would end up having a sorry, sad end. Faith Ladies on the ascendancy. Faith!
That is a clear advantage, and then there wasn't any danger that she was supposed to have moved forward a bit before having that shot.
Abigail up here ensured that she tactically halted the effort of Matilda Damois. The referee seeing that as well as a fair challenge.
That is the danger side. Jonina is the good side, but most of the times, because they are all focusing getting a goal for their side, they leave behind, and then most of the times on the left side, left back, there are always holes, which is very dangerous for them, which they need to. If they had gotten a very formidable strikers from the Faith side, it would have been very dangerous for Jonina. I think the coach should pay attention to the left back. If not that, all the good job that he's done so far will be wasted.
Goal kick swiftly taken by Osman for Jonina Ladies. And Faith, that effort from Treasure Emanuela could not find the intended target.
I think with officiating wise, the referee has really done well, that we need to commend. I think it's been a fair game so far. Looking at all the infringements that she's been whistling, the referee has done so well.
The second half, we've had a half of few chances, unlike the stroke of the opening period, where we saw all these teams making sure that they at least made some incursions, created some chances. With the second period, we are yet to see them continuing from where they left off in the first half. Agnes is stopped. Faith with the possession. Zanira Abdul and Faith would have the chance to clear, chance to get a shot on target.
This is really heartbreaking.
Felicity Asante. A player of Jonina ladies, Matilda Bless Fodu. Eagerly waiting. If this game would have to be decided from the spot kick, then you would tip her to be the player who would open the penalty kicks for her side. She's so good when it comes to set pieces. Matilda Bless Fodu, and a former player as well of Faith ladies, playing against her former side means that should her side win, she would end up having a mixed feeling.
I don't know whether the love for Faith, there's even any left there.
Every player who once plays for a team forever remains a fan of that team. An effort on target from Zanira Abdul, nearly finding the back of the net. It was just a whisker away. And if you look at what happened between Osman as well as Joyce, it meant that the chance went the way of Faith to have made it count.
Yeah.
Faith ladies. But then Gosworth Hansen, no take less for Jonina ladies. When I saw the name Hansen, I needed to re-look again just to make sure I'm not mentioning the referee who officiates Ghana Premier League matches, referee Maxwell Hansen. A household name so far as officiating is concerned in Ghana. And of course, one of the experienced referees that we have. Jonina Felicity Asante to Matilda Bless Fodu, who takes her time looking for the run of Joyce Atimbila. But Annabelle Bansa was very careful this time around.
Of course. It would have been a danger, but then she now pay attention to her not getting any infringements.
We are left with the last quarter of regulation time. So far as the first 90 minutes is concerned, there's 76 minutes on the clock. The grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. And that means in less than 2 minutes, we would have the grand finale of the Women's Premier League. So it's a huge day in women's football history. And there were 2 grand finales are being played. And as the clock ticks, the players have seen the need to be very determined and clinical when they get the ball. Jonina ladies, they send it in.
Oh no.
Felicity Asante fails to be potent in that final third for her side.
I know they are yearning to get a goal, but then when you get such set pieces and then you don't relax, do your calculation well, and then pull the ball to the net, I don't think you've done your side a good one. And then that is what Jonina needs to look out for. If not that, as I said, they are really not going to pardon or be happy with themselves if they are to lose this match.
Jonina to Matilda Blessfodu. Felicity, the substitutes, was hoping to find Agnes Yeboah.
Oh, that is a clear foul.
And if you look at how
Esther, that is a clear foul.
Physical Beauty Abena Julius was, it meant that Agnes had no chance. And that's why it's often said that in football, in everything you do, make sure you work on your strength as well. Your physique will count at some point. A chance for Felicity.
You couldn't make anything out of
Annabelle Bansa, the master sweeper and the goalkeeper of Faith Ladies, does her job to perfection to ensure that Jonina are still kept at arm's length.
That was a clear chance. That was a clear chance.
Felicity Asante could have given her lead. It is a lead with that opportunity. So this was that glaring opportunity for Felicity, and as it could clearly be seen, she wasn't ready for it. Allowing
I'm just imagining what is running
Annabelle
through.
Bansa
running
to
through
swiftly
the head
gather. Felicity once again for Jonina. Matilda Blessfodu way off target. Goal kick. 10 minutes to end the game.
As I said, I'm sure and I believe it's just running through their heads that these Faith Ladies are too stubborn, you know. So because they have a lot of clear chances that they could have pulled the first goal to win this match, because it's actually getting very difficult for Faith to score, and Jonina has to take advantage of that and then gets a goal for themselves if they really want to win this match.
The Ghana Women's FA Cup, an initiative which was introduced in the year 2016 by the Women's League Board of the Ghana Football Association. It is seen as the highest women's knockout tournament in Ghana. The first 4 editions of the competitions, right from 2016 right up to 2020, was sponsored by Sanford Women's Clinic, and hence the name, the Sanford Women's FA Cup. And since then, we've seen different sponsors coming on board.
But Esther, for some time now, I still keep on commending that female football has really improved. The standard has really gone up. It's getting dangerous. It's really getting frustration is setting in.
A tussle involving Henrietta Addo as well as Felicity Asante.
Wow.
No one was ready to let the other get to the ball.
You know, that's the spirit of DC girls, you know. We are really tough. These ladies are so tough.
Just how the third of events were meant that the referee needed to have a stern word with the both of them, another for them to avoid being booked. 82 minutes on the clock, 8 minutes left for us to get a winner. And these are the moments in football that a late goal would prove costly to any of the teams that end up conceding. Nana Prempe effects it for Faith. Free kick. Is free kick going the way of Faith ladies.
Faith is really doing so well, and if they are able to win this game, that will be a good one to pacify their fans, because going on relegation has not been the good side. Amendment would have been the better choice or the better side for them. That is why they are going all out to really get a goal for their side.
Agnes Yeboah for Jonina, but she ends up showing too much of it. To Faith ladies. Zanira Abdul. Agnes Adazi for Jonina. Lodina Osei to Abigail Apia. Abigail finds Goswed. Goswed seeks refuge. Of course, from Bridget Sechi. Let this number be well embedded, because it's an iconic number. Matilda Bless Fodu. She is calm in nature, but her performance isn't as calm as it looks. It's very, very sharp. Corner kick to Jonina ladies. With just 5 minutes to end proceedings for the 90 minutes.
I believe this is a really dangerous one, and for her to clear that ball to the...
It's swung in for Faith.
This game is serious, you know. Annabelle is brilliant.
Annabelle Bansa. The first header from Bridget Sechi.
Annabelle has saved their side.
But Annabelle Bansa kept it out. Faith huffing and puffing to clear their lines. Jonina increasing the pressure on the defense of Faith ladies. Faith looking forward to come out of that shield of the S.
I don't believe it's a hard luck on the side of Jonina, because as I said, sitting back, and Faith has been a rock at the back, and for you to penetrate and get that goal, because you've gotten a straight 2 corner kicks and then you couldn't make any meaningful thing out of it.
If you look at the energy, the drive, the commitment and the finishing from Jonina ladies in the last few minutes, you would say that clearly, should they get a goal, it wouldn't be something that will come as a mesmerizing moment for anyone at all, because in the last few minutes, they have indeed increased the tempo of their game. They've created the chances, they've asked a lot of probing questions to the defense of Faith, but their goalkeeper has kept them at bay. Free kick.
I can feel the euphoria, you know.
Free kick to Faith. Free kick going against Faith ladies is sent in. Annabelle Bansa comes out and does her job. She is the player who has seen so much of the ball in the last few minutes as a player of Faith ladies, because she has been called upon on several occasions to make those crucial saves for her team.
I think Annabelle has been on top of her game because she's more focused, and then her calculation has been so much good, which has been helping Faith. And if she keeps it up till the last whistle, I bet you, when it gets to any penalties kick, Faith could carry the day. Yes, I believe so. Because comparing Annabelle and the Northman, I tell you, it has been 70-30.
If you are wondering if Osman of Jonina can make those saves when she scored upon, of course she can. She did some in the opening period when she was so agile and made those crucial saves for her side to deny Faith Ladies the lead.
Of course.
Just 2 minutes left.
But I'll keep on telling GFA to do what they are doing to female football. There has been so much improvement, and that is commendable.
Jonina with a swift advantage that they took. But I would say that this wasn't well done. Something rare from Joyce of Jonina Ladies. Beauty Abena Julius for Faith. Faith are yet to cross the center line in the last 3 minutes. They have been nailed in their own half by Jonina Ladies. But they've maintained their composure and ensuring that they did not commit any form of howler or blunder that could have given Jonina the advantage.
They really haven't done what I expected them to do in this second half. Jonina, would I say that they've disappointed their fans? Getting all these chances and then you've not been able to pull a goal. If they are to lose this match, they would not forgive themselves. I keep on saying
Faith Ladies,
as I said it.
Agnes Azasi with the clearance for Jonina. 90 minutes is up, 5 minutes of additional time. Faith with this chance, not on target. The woodwork.
I do foresee the extra time.
Abdul. A goal here could have made the work easier for all parties.
That is a poor one. I think she was sleeping on the park. She should have paid more attention. If not, she could have gotten this chance to maybe get a goal.
Advantage for Faith. Advantage for Faith, who have found their mojo in the last minute. Corner kick. Could this be the moment, the decisive moment of the game? Corner kick taken. Faith with a shot.
This is serious. Wow.
That was really a traveling strike which nearly found its way into the back of the net. Had it not been for that very good intervention from Joyce of Jonina Ladies.
That has been a critical, finish for the Faith side, and I don't know, it's left with less than 3 minutes. Would they be able to pull any surprises.
Jonina ladies. Beauty Abena Julius having been the player who has indeed featured the most in this game for Faith ladies, and she has done that all defensively. Zanila Abdul, but Agnes clears for Jonina ladies. A beautiful pass, finding the feet of Agnes, and Agnes is stopped.
She's laughing, you know,
in a very beautiful manner, of course, by Matilda Damwa. And if you look at the fashion with which she did that, she just had to smile. The beauty of the game.
She's telling herself, I've done the job. I've really done the job. I think that is true. It was the name, Henrietta. Henrietta.
A clearance from Jonina to Felicity Asante. Felicity to Gosword Hansen. Gosword still in possession for Jonina. She sent it in. Matilda Blessford with the first lovely control. Just when she was about to unleash that strike, she was stopped. Jonina, 50 seconds to end proceedings. Agnes.
Oh, my
A temporary hold up at the moment. Matilda Bless Fodu.
But I think with both clubs, the captains have really done well. That is a motivational factor for their side, which is so encouraging. At the last minute, it looks more like Faith really needs a goal than Jonina.
Annabelle Bansa of Faith Ladies. Her teammate Francisca Asante needed to check up on her before the paramedics did. But the 95 minutes, of course 95 minutes, because we had additional 5 minutes, is up. And it wouldn't be surprising at all if Mercy Boachua, the center referee, blows her whistle any moment from now in order to end proceedings. The grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. And if you are talking about Women's FA Cup, don't forget those who won the inaugural title were Fabulous Ladies in 2016. And since then, of course, both Ampindakwa ladies and Hazakes ladies have ensured that they have enjoyed an unprecedented dominance in terms of claiming the title.
Faith, I keep on just asking myself if this was the performance that they were able to have pulled in the league, what really caused their downfall in actually getting out of the league? You know, if they were able to have maintained the same performance. Wow.
The referee blows her whistle to end affairs for the 90 minutes. And that means since none of the two teams found the back of the net, we would have to play extra time. And if yet there's no winner during the extra time, penalties will decide the winner. So this is how affairs began for us in the second period. Both Faith ladies and Jonina ladies needed to get a goal because it's a grand finale. They managed to get some half chances, such as this. But then again, it wasn't fruitful. A shot and a cross, which was right across the face of goal here. A beautiful feizing strike, which only needed a conversion, was not done by any player of Jonina ladies. And this was another chance that Annabelle Bansa had to save for her team. Handball appeals were made here, but the referee, having spotted how act happened in the 18-yard box, did not award any penalty. Jonina continued their quest, and one of those probing moments was when Felicity had this 1v1 moment with Annabelle Bansa, of which the latter won. Annabelle Bansa with a stunning save to deny Jonina ladies the goal. Two great headers and that great save in the end. So this is how affairs were for Jonina ladies. They did a lot of pressing, a lot of probing, a lot of incursions, but none could yield a positive result. So this is how things turned up right after 90 minutes. 52 ball possession for Jonina, 48 for Faith. 3 shots on target for Jonina, 2 for Faith ladies. 1 offside apiece, and 15 fouls committed by Jonina, whereas Faith committed 13. And it's still the only yellow card that Annabelle Bansa had in the first period. That is what has been in terms of the bookings. So the full 90 minutes ends without a winner. It's 0-0, and in no time we'll be playing the extra time. So this is how the coaches of the two teams are having words with their players. And I'm sure one key thing that would dominate very much in this has to be with the fact that finish it better. Be clinical out front. When you create the chances, communicate. Be as lethal as you can. This is a final. It's a one-off event, and we need to get a winner. And all the two coaches are telling their players that I want you to be the winner. But the question that remains is the fact that who would emerge victorious? Jonina up against Faith ladies. The race could not stop the zeal and the passion of these students who have turned up here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium to witness this beautiful encounter. Don't forget, that in less than an hour we will be having the grand finale of the Women's Premier League. Police ladies would be playing against Ampem Dakwa ladies. The young, the old are all in attendance. A winner in this game would end up being an inaugural winner, I should say, since the dominance of Ampem Dakwa ladies as well as Hazakes ladies in winning this title. So we are about to get underway for the first 15 minutes of the extra time. So that means in the first 15 minutes of the extra time, we would be having Jonina playing in yellow, playing from left to right. And it's a goal! Joyce Atimbila finally breaks the deadlock for Jonina ladies. Joyce Atimbila gets the goal. So much to a rapturous welcome, of course, from the fans. The fans here, this is what they have so much waited for, to get a goal. And it is possible.
But why does it seem that
possible?
Why does it seem that everyone is supporting Jonina? That's my feel, because you could hear from the fans. Almost about 70 to 80% of the fans are supporting Jonina. But that is a mistake that you don't do. You know, at this critical moment, you actually don't have to.
Joyce Atimbila, a name that might, if only her goal holds on, if only her goal stands the test of time.
That is another
police. The police service here are also so joyous. And just when I was questioning whether the goal of Atimbila could stand the test of time,
I love the resilience.
Faith ladies equalize. Faith ladies equalize. Game on. Game on here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. And in the same tangent, miscommunication, a howler from defense allows the other to penalize the other, just as Faith ladies failed to clear in a very good manner. Jonina have committed the same howler.
If the coordination at the back really it's in this form, then I tell you that is the punishment you're going to receive for your side. Jonina should have done much better than what we know.
Afro-Caribbean football royalty is ready to serve magic on the pitch. And guess what? IMAX Media has done it again. We have secured the sole free-to-air rights. Catch every pass, every screamer, every heart-stopping moment, live and exclusive, only on Max TV, Max FM, and all our buzzing social platforms. Lock these days down. May 27, Jamaica versus Trinidad and Tobago. May 28, Nigeria versus Ghana. May 31st, the third place playoff plus the grand finale. It's exclusive, it's electric, it's absolutely historic. Streaming free, broadcasting loud, only on Max TV, Max FM, and across our socials. This is the Unity Cup London 2025.
For sponsorship, contact 020-1163-556 or WhatsApp 020-862-3010.
Let the fun and excitement begin. Your #1 online casino in Ghana, Lucky Win, is back with a bang. With more than 70 new exciting games and big cash prizes, including the popular Aviator, where you can win 1,000 times your bet amount. You can also win in the 500,000 Ghana cedis cash giveaways in the cash draw, cash rain, and give back daily promotions. Enjoy our welcome bonus and free gift coins available every single day. Just go to luckywin.com.gh on any of our smart devices and play a game. You can start with as low as 1 Ghana cedi and you stand to win big. My buddy, look sharp. Lucky Win. Play with less, win big.
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On? Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
Haven't you downloaded Start Times On?
What is the Start Times On?
It's a mobile app.
Save on data bundles.
Watch videos.
Save on data bundles.
Watch videos.
Save on data bundles. Watch videos.
Start Times On, a data-saving video app used by more than 50 million people in Africa. Search Start Times On from Google Play or App Store. Watch video anytime, anywhere. Download now.
Welcome to Max by.
They've been sending messages.
Hey Jerry, this your phone. What is this?
Babe, relax. Today is the day I turn water into wine. We're in the promised land. Max Bar is here to save us, okay? Don't worry, I'm coming.
Make sure you don't embarrass me like you did the other time at the chopper. Oh, Mama, I am pulling.
Message you need.
Welcome to Max Buy. You're welcome to Max Buy, Ghana's #1 electronic retail store with brands like Tecno, Itel, Infinix, iPhone, Oraimo, Edifier, and Synix. We have over 40 shops nationwide, a convenient payment plan, online shopping, and home delivery. How may I help you?
You know, my queen deserves the best. Show me your top gadget here.
That was the same thing you said at the shoe shop the other time. I ate Chaliwate here. Jerry!
Madam, don't worry. At Max Buy, we have everything for everyone in every budget.
Babe, imagine our anniversary selfies with this Tecno Camon 30S. Everybody would think that we are Ghana's Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Welcome to
Power couple, papa.
Power couple, our phone internet power.
Max Buy has flexible payment plans for us.
Oh yes, you can pay in installments.
Hey, Yakuya, and who said this is your?
At Max Buy, we've got it all. Mobile phones, smart TVs, air conditioners, kettles, microwaves, blenders, and more.
It's your payment plan. When are you going to start chasing me for it?
Relax, Jerry. Max Buy makes it convenient for everybody. You can pay daily, weekly, or monthly. Just focus in making Madam happy. That's all. With over 40 shops nationwide, flexible payment plan, online shopping, and home delivery.
Welcome to Max Buy. Welcome to Max Buy.
The concerts have been making noise 3 days non-stop, screaming and laughing all the time. This can't go on. This are 3 days. How? She went and knocked on the door. Pam, pam, pam. And while the pony be in the room, all we could hear is
Hey, Esimatsin. And a landlord teaching. Not in this house. Not in this house. You didn't even know. And no problem. Oh, and this one why not Catalina? Mammy, so many next in coffee. When I am used to Star Times decoder. And no more she's
Na in Kache, the fun is getting loud on Star Times. Enjoy the best of local and foreign drama to me and know the Pirata. Out of your seat action from the Bundesliga, GPL matches and more. The finest telenovela series, the best kids channels and so much more. Get a Star Times decoder now and bring the headquarters of entertainment right into your home. Show me too. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Hello, Abusia 4. The family Nana Dakwa Jesse, the host of the Max Sports Park, and Max FM 89.7. If you join Ekosi Fiada, about non-crew Kosi Dumia Nubeboa, program no air live on Max FM. Na Nika 76, Yasisem, about non-du Kosi Dumia Nubeboa, program no SIA live on Max TV. And how any Boran Kofaman so, Yakofa the major leagues around Europe, Bundesliga, the La Liga, the Premier League, Dutch Eredivisie, any their kick on. After so, about the Kutukubon Sembia, and any Max TV, Max FM, when you say Bukom Boxing Arena, the Professional Boxing League, you're the whole seminar at the Max Sports Park Jumediana. After so, Ghana Premier League, the Women's Premier League, and the Division 1 League, there is the statistics and all the details you want to know about the local football. And I think Abubian Sama Ekosu Yemaimu. Your segment need to say the predictor. You're the matches beba, you're more odds. Now so what's make be sounds so any of the big interviews and Penifo Kukuda Omuka say a dimu and Ghana. I mean we are so good in some any more attrition common into Shame, minimum Belgia for if it's Joada, Ekosi Fiada, or Max FM and Max TV.
Camila de la Torre, na bibi amakuma chemeno, ena meko. Vito! Na susebe ni mendini ye.
Camila never ni say.
We a medasem.
We must all ban who can say Luciano.
Nadina las espada si me for ni beka.
Inde mi bia mami why?
Camila de la Torre, ya mechi wako. Papa minyeshi. Papa.
God de la question. Would you want to be for Honumana?
Vito, when you say that they to me a good baby. What did it? You will be no home. If you so when you are born in one to do you.
You beg ya temuna to. She knew a bit my phone.
You want to say
no she Camila nyamani nyina. Se no krani e wotwi se. Wo be mani ne refi de odi Camila no a. Enya facha me na so buakra. Woni Camila wo eja hihie nu. O kan so be say hihie ko. O ti wo akasa.
Ebesinne las espadas funyina da so wadwen mu omo hwe bibie ni mu
Camila into odwuma fofo na edwuma ben
mejuma no me de tefu
we de nika
ni susum ne nam eda so namo se pu bi odene be edwuma
Gama Mia Camila.
It's true that Camila Batatao. O send out us and Anina in the year now.
Me papa be piado before that so on a canning. You will so crack Camila and Fumi all super swankasa.
Camila. God, Elias!
Oh,
Mamin von we.
So Mrs. Muai. Some lady no is a movie